Welcome back to another jam-packed edition of Edinburgh Fest Live. I'm your host, Samantha Baines, and before we go over to our celebrity cook, Harry Merry, I'd love to welcome my next guest, FK Alexander. Hi. Yeah? Hello.
All right, babes.
Thanks for coming on the show, babes.
Thanks.
Apparently, do I hear this right? You won an award yesterday.
Yeah, we won a Total Theatre Award.
That's amazing. Big round of applause for our studio. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right.
So tell us a little bit about your award-winning show.
My award-winning show is at Summer Hall, and it's called I Could Go On Singing Somewhere Over the Rainbow. And it's not a show per se. I'm a performance artist, so it's myself and a noise band, Okashima Island Tourist Association, and I'm singing Somewhere Over the Rainbow one-to-one to people, and that's what we do. So by the end of this run, I'll have sung Somewhere Over the Rainbow about 200 times.
Wow. Are you bored of it yet?
No. You can't get bored of Judy Garland. My God, no.
So why Judy Garland?
I love her. She's my spirit animal. I've been obsessed. It's not a joke. I've been obsessed with Judy Garland for a really long time, and I wanted to make a piece of art that would honor her in some way. And this sounds a bit kooky, but it's like honest, the truth. I had a dream, and she told me that I could do that. Like, she gave me her blessing. So
wow.
yeah, like I'm not being.
Did she
funny.
sing it?
She didn't sing it. She just said that I could occupy the space of her, in the current time and now.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how did you come up with the idea for the show in the dream, or was that afterwards?
Kind of like I did a lot of like meditations, and it was just something that kind of arrived. I didn't like think about it kind of academically, or it would be like a good idea for a show. I made a piece thinking some people are going to really hate this because it's like super loud, and some people are going to really love it. So I didn't think, what would be a show that would be successful. I wasn't thinking in that way.
Yeah.
It was just, what would Judy do? And she would sing that song. So we sing the song.
So what is it like performing to someone one-on-one?
It's like really...
Rather than a big audience?
Well, it's, so it's like a room full of people, and people, the room is kind of facilitated, but the invitation is that people approach me, I take their hand, I don't break eye contact, and I sing Somewhere Over the Rainbow. I'm singing along to a recording of the last time that Judy Garland ever sang it, 3 months before she died in 1969. So it's like her voice and my voice and this band, and this person that I'm having this connection to, and it's super intense. Like the people do cry.
I was going to say, do you ever have any quite extreme reactions?
Yeah. People. It's one of those songs that people have like a really deep connection to, like childhood, or. It's the song that I want played at my funeral, and I'm sure lots of people play it at their funerals and stuff. So it's, it's a really massively iconic song. So, people are also like super bored, and like it's really loud, and like, why am I doing one song over and over again? Don't I have any more bits or whatever? But no is the answer. We do that one song.
And so how do you deal with the emotion? Like if someone have you ever got overwhelmed by emotion doing it?
Last night, my friend that I've known since I'm 4.5 came, and I did the song, and I cried and she cried, and it's not, I'm not acting, I'm not an actor, so it's real. So if I have an emotional reaction, that's allowed. If someone else has an emotional reaction, that's allowed. So, there's not any unpermitted kind of emotional responses from people.
So how did you get into performance art? What's your performing background? Just quickly.
I guess it's like a really natural thing that's kind of happened through time, and I think there just came a point in my life when I really needed to dedicate myself entirely to art. And when I made that decision to stop doing other things and really commit 100%, then then that's what I've been working as full time for the past few years.
And then you won an award.
Yeah, and then I won an
Just
award. It's
like
quite
that.
nice. We got flowers.
Great.
Nice.
Can you tell us where the show's on and where we can come and see it?
It's at Summer Hall. You can't see it because it's sold out. It's been sold out for the entire run. We didn't do any posters or anything. So, but it is at Summer Hall tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday.
Brilliant. Give her a big round of applause. FK Alexander.
Thanks. Do I stay?
So now we're going over to our celebrity cook, because you might have heard of Nigella Lawson, Jamie Oliver, Mary Berry. We don't need those because we've got Hairy Mary. Here she is.
Bit tired, Samantha.
Yeah.
Bit tired, yes. You know the anger issues I've been struggling with in my... Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I had a prolonged session with the psychiatrist yesterday, 3 hours, a new technique he said that might cheer me up. It did for a while, but I'm just very sore down below now.
Right. Is the rosé helping with that?
Is the what helping?
Rosé. Why?
The rosé, yes, it does help. It does, yes. So, as you know, a viewer sent me a copy of Mary Berry's cookbook. I can barely stand to look at the damn thing. But you know, she's doing another series of this British bake-off thing. It's old hat. Anyway, enough of that. I don't want to talk about her. She's one of the trigger words, Samantha, that we shouldn't say. I need a volunteer from the audience to help me make some perfect fairy cakes. Thank you. Splendid. Come a little closer. What's your name?
Jonathan.
Jonathan, yes. Did you borrow those clothes from your son?
No.
No. Well, we're going to make fairy cakes, Jonathan, all right? Yes. So for that, we need to make a sponge mix. Right, I'm going to show you how to take the bowl, if you wouldn't mind. Just hold it out there. Super, that's a good boy. Let's put some of that in. We don't need to weigh it out because we just instinctively know what to do with it. We need some eggs. But on this occasion, we're going to keep the shells this time, all right? So we're just going to bite. And pour them in. 3 eggs. And you'll see why we need the shells in a moment, Jonathan.
A bit wet on the floor.
Don't worry about it. It's only television. It doesn't really matter. Then we need to put some sugar in with enthusiasm, like me. And then we're going to beat it, like so. It's very difficult, Samantha, when you're as tender as I am today. It's a bit of a struggle, really. So that's the base. If you hold it again, we're going to put some milk in. There's some milk. That's milk. Yes. Where are you from, Jonathan?
Originally from Cambridgeshire, but I came up to Edinburgh in 1990.
Oh, right. Did you intend to stay, or did it...
Came up for a weekend and loved the place so much, so I stayed.
How wonderful. How absolutely wonderful. Well, that's most commendable. Isn't this fun, Jonathan? Yes. Right, we're going to put some more flour in there. Right, now we're going to really zing it up a bit. So we're going to beat this till it goes nice and stiff. Have you ever beaten anything till it goes stiff, Jonathan? I certainly have.
Not recently.
Not recently, no. Well, perhaps a little look at the wardrobe might address that for you. Now, if you could take the cake tray, we want to pop these in. Now, these are going to be fairy cakes. Fairy cakes,
lovely.
yes. Lovely, yes. I do like a fairy cake. We're just going to pop that into the tray like that, into the individual compartments, you see. And then we're going to spread them out evenly. I've demonstrated this technique before, like so, you see, just like that.
Lovely.
Let's just let the viewers at home see that. It's quite delicious, and the smell is just divine. And then we're going to use the shells to create these sort of little fairy wings on top, like that.
Oh, lovely.
Isn't that beautiful? It really is. And then perhaps a little bit of cream just to finish it off, shall we? Yes, why not?
Oh, that looks nice.
It's wonderful, isn't it? Now, we pop those in the oven for about 20 minutes at 12 degrees or something like that. I'm not quite sure what the temperature is. 12 degrees. Maybe a little bit longer than 20 minutes. And the finished result, of course, these splendid fairy cakes. Would you like to try one, Jonathan?
Not really, no.
Not really? No, you don't feel brave enough. Well, that's it, Samantha. I'm not at my sparkling best today. It would have to be said. So my apologies.
Hairy Mary.
At this stage of the game. Thank you, Jonathan, so much. You've been barely adequate, but fine. Thank you.
I think we're all a little bit sore after that. So that's Hairy Mary. We'll be back with more magic and Sue's with the news after a quick break. See you then.
Someone from the audience to come and assist me with this? Yes? Now, I've tried this out already on my psychiatrist, who absolutely loved this. That's it, just walk right across the... Oh, what's this? To Hairy Mary, SBC Edinburgh Fest Live. All right, let's have a look. Viewers send me gifts, you know. This looks very interesting. What is it?
I love Mary Berry. Mary Berry.
Crisp breads, if you wouldn't mind giving me a hand here. Could you get some crisp breads out for me? Good girl. Now, pate is very expensive, and I have shown you this before. A cheap alternative is this. Can you read? Somebody work in sales and marketing. What does that say?
Cat food.
Cat
Crispy
food.
flavour.
Yes, but it also says pate. You see?
Yeah.
You see? I think it's salmon, that one. Looks absolutely lovely. So you have some crisp breads
God.
ready for me. Good, good. So if you could hold the tin, what we're going to do is we're going to just spread those on there. It's absolutely... Now, if you've got people who pop round unexpectedly, feed them some of this. If you don't like them, they certainly won't pop round again, that's for sure. But they honestly wouldn't know the difference. Look at that. Isn't that wonderful?
I'm not eating it.
You're not going... Of course. We want to add a bit of a garnish. Chipsticks.